Alright guys, so today I'm going to go through 3 different types of lighting for you to choose for your YouTube videos, and the one you choose depends entirely on your budget. We're going to go through all the things that you need to consider, such as the type of lighting and the pros and cons for each as well, so you can determine which one is best for you. If you create video content on YouTube, I'm fairly sure that at some point you would have considered whether or not to use lighting as a way of improving the look of your videos. However, if you don't have much of an understanding of lighting, this is where you might not be sure on the best type of lighting to use. And that's what this video is all going to be about. Hopefully, by the end of it, you'll have a better understanding of lighting in general, and you'll also know the best type of lighting depending on the type of videos that you shoot. So whether you're a vlogger or a beauty blogger, or even if you have a permanent studio setup like I do. Essentially, you can make sure that you're either not spending too much on lighting or you're not making things too difficult for yourself. So let's start with option 1, and the cheapest way to introduce light into your videos is by using natural light. It's free and can actually produce surprisingly nice results. Positioning yourself so you're looking directly into the window will produce a nice soft light onto your face and works perfectly for YouTubers who want a nice airy feel to their videos. If you want to add a bit of shape to your lighting, I suggest rotating yourself 45 degrees away from the window. This is how a lot of filmmakers and videographers use lighting when conducting an interview. So if I go back to my studio setup, this is how I have my lighting. My key light is literally right in front of me here, but I'm twisting myself so it's on a 45-degree angle to me. Be wary of your background as well, and make sure it looks pleasant enough to work as a backdrop. I've just messed up with this video because I started recording and realised that the drawers behind me were open, so this is technically my second attempt at filming this. Around 45-degree angle with a little bit of backlight. On a bright clear day, chances are this won't be much of an issue. However, things such as clouds might constantly change, and therefore your lighting in your video will constantly change as well as the sun dips in and out behind clouds and the cloud softens or increases the diffusion that it's providing you as a light source. Therefore, if you want a little bit of consistency with your lighting, that leads us on to option number 2, and that is using an on-camera light. These are a great way to add a little bit of consistency to your videos. If you're someone who's constantly on the move, you'll probably want to consider something that's light and small in weight and size. This is the Aperture MC LED light, and as of today, this sells for around £100. Now, please don't let that price tag put you off, because this comes with a lot of really handy features. You can change the temperature, going from warm up to something a little bit cooler. You can also dim the light, so you have complete choice of how bright you want that light to be. It has an RGB feature, so technically you can change it to any color that you want, which is really, really cool if you want to get a little bit creative. This is the other light that I own, which is again from Aperture, and this was around £50 when I bought it, so about half the price of the Aperture MC, and it's also a little bit bigger in size. However, that means that this isn't as portable as the Aperture MC. Because it's larger in size, it probably works better as a constant light source for a little small studio setup like this. This light does have a cold stream mount on the bottom, so it is intended for usage as an on-camera light. However, because it's bigger in size than the Aperture MC, this might be more suited for someone who has a constant studio setup but doesn't necessarily have the budget. There is also another light option which is known as a ring light, but really quickly, the one thing to consider with those types of light is that the shape of the light can be picked up in the reflection of your eyes, and it can look a little bit weird. I don't personally own a ring light, so unfortunately I can't show you an example. However, these are a very popular type of light that more and more people are using. And finally, number 3, and you have a little bit more of a budget, then I recommend investing in something like the Aperture 120D Mark II. This is known as a COB LED light, which on its own and out of the box looks pretty weird. However, it is intended for modular use, so you apply softboxes and diffusion panels onto the light to create the desired look that you wish. Why the sudden increase in price from around £100 or £50 suddenly up to essentially what could be £1,000 as one light setup? Lights such as this do have their benefits, and that's what you pay the price for. They have what is known as better colour rendition, which essentially means it produces more accurate and true to life lighting and colour. Now, lights like these are often used by YouTubers who are also filmmakers as a profession, and that's because these lights are way more powerful than the other lights that we've already looked at in this video, apart from the sun. They'll be using these types of lights for professional purposes as well as YouTube. This probably won't be the best investment for someone who's a small startup YouTuber who doesn't need that light as a secondary way of using it. Those are the 3 different types of lighting that I recommend to YouTubers who want to improve their lighting in their videos. I have had to rely on all of these 3 different types of lighting as I progressed as a YouTuber. Lighting might seem to some people like an unneeded investment, especially if it's just for YouTube. If there's consistency on your channel, people will like that, they'll be attracted to that and they'll subscribe. I hope there's been some helpful information in this video and has helped you to choose which type of lighting is better for your YouTube channel. Let me know down in the comments below if you've enjoyed it or if you have any other alternative solutions, because I'd love to hear them as well. And as ever, in the meantime, take care and I'll see you very soon.